This playthrough is rated E10+.
Alright, we're back after getting back here. Actually, I didn't have to get back here. I had to, I actually took a quick break because after beating Dracula, I'm like, you know what, I better get my body ready to go to fight against Dracula because of the toughness of it. And I actually forgot that if you die at this point, you don't actually have to redo the whole level all again. You just reset you back at Dracula's little stairway there, which is really nice. So I think even the game knew that Dracula was going to be a tough encounter because they were a bit being a bit nicer to you and like, oh, okay, he's going to be tough. If you want to keep playing the game, you know, we'll leave you here. Obviously, if you quit, you have to start from scratch, which really doesn't take that long to get here. It's really the final area that, I mean, that's tough. It's definitely that one of those perfect, like, kind of own kind of games back in the day, because despite the shortness of it, it's rather quick, except for like maybe certain boss encounters and stuff like that. So, you know, if you just want to kill some time and defeat Dracula, there you go. Although Dracula's still hard no matter how many times you play this game or whatever. Now, I decided to get the holy water against. And you're probably thinking, why the holy water? Isn't the cross more useful against them? Yeah, but I always forget to use it, and I don't know. I just want to have the holy water just for niceties. No specific reason. Yeah, gotta be careful about Dracula. I think he is coded to like spawn on top of you, but if you're moving around, I think it slightly messes with his coding, so he can so sometimes he'll spawn somewhere else if you're just moving around. It doesn't always work, it seems. I mean, I've never like hacked the game to figure out like what the mechanics are. Uh-oh, one more hit. Dracula's doomed? Oh, come on, man. We're right there. Right there, man. Whoa, I knocked his head off. All right, game over. What the heck? Yeah, he's got a second form. Boo. Okay, so, he is difficult, but the difficulty on him is not so much like his attacks, because he's got, basically, he jumps, and then he shoots fireballs. So, now, the problem with this fight is, well, one, if you die, you have to redo the first part again. But two, it's hard to get him to, because you can't jump over his normal jump. You can't go under it. You have to wait till he super jumps, and I don't remember how to actively activate that ability, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes if you can get far away, you can activate it, but I don't know. I feel like that's not, like, an effective way to do it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's the hard part is, whoa, and Dracula in demon form, it takes like, I swear, like, I don't know, like 4 hits to knock off a health bar or something like that. So technically, Dracula has boo. Let me see. Let me count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 16. So he has like 48 health or something crazy like that. So you have to hit him like 48 times. Oh, I don't know if it's actually 48. I just know it takes like a few hits to actually do like a tick of damage. And that's why you want kind of the holy water. Because one, it'll stick him in place for a hot minute, and you can get some extra damages with your whip. But really the big thing is keeping him in place. Now what I'm trying to do, and hopefully I can do this eventually, is just not take any damage from him, period. Oh, I guess I don't have to jump in an arc. I know, I always thought I had to jump in an arc, because that's usually because of his fireballs, so I guess you can just jump straight over them if you're good enough, but yeah. Alright, now I can consistently get to his least demon form. I think that's what it's called, anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, maybe I have to hit him in the head. Yeah, so you can't, oops. Ow. I guess you still have to hit him in the head. Never mind, I'm misremembering, so. But yeah, what you do is the trick is to use the holy, well, I guess you could use the cross too. It's just the holy water will keep him in place for a hot minute. Well, I could have swore you could hit the body and you could eventually damage it. Maybe it is the head only completely. Man, I'm really, it's all coming back eventually, but man, it took a while to like have it all come back. Oh yeah, I guess you could technically, if you timed it right, you could jump, make him throw the fireballs up and then land under it, but I can't do that consistently, so I'm just gonna hit him in the head. So I thought that was kind of insane. Like he had like a ton of health or something like that. I'd be like, man, that would be almost impossible to fight him. So, well, I'm glad I'm remembering this now instead of spending like, I don't know, like 20 hours trying to figure it out or something like that. I mean, I would have figured it out eventually that headshots are where the most effective. It's just, I don't know, depending on my mood, I might not be as intuitive as I'd like. So, but we'll see what happens. So, well, you could get through this without taking any damage. Then I'd be more comfortable in the final. Maybe I will go back to the cross. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to use the holy water as like a stunner, basically, to keep him in place. Because I always have trouble like trying to getting him to activate his double jump. Okay, this might be a bust of a run. Oh well, it'll give me more time to test out my no. Maybe I should use the cross because it seems like yeah, I can't. Well, let's try that again. We're almost there, folks. But yeah, I'll just do I want to just go and kill myself? Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's not like it's not like I have to redo the whole level if I die, so it's just another attempt. So, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking like that. Maybe we'll keep the cross this time. Let's try that instead. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have used that there. Mainly because the, I would like to have one extra heart, next thing. So, but, you know, whatever. Hopefully I'll be able to get this in without taking too much damage. Really, the damage I get is from me just mistiming a jump or not moving far enough when Dracula appears before me. My Lord and Savior Dracula. No. Oh, come on. Yeah, just a fragging rabbit. Man, me am I having trouble moving around. And his coffin's right there. If only he'd just be... You know, I wonder if he's supposed to be based off the Christopher Lee version of Dracula, because he definitely doesn't look like Bela Lugosi. Or at least it did. I'm not getting Bela Lugosi vibes from this version. I know this whole game was kind of supposed to be like an homage to like the old monster movies. You know, they took the monster, they took like giant bats, they took mummies and stuff like that. Although they didn't use the mummy with Boris Karloff. But, oh God, why am I having trouble dodging his like his a period before me version? I don't know. Well, I thought it was being consistent with like my. There you go, man. All right, but yeah, let me show you as I continue. It takes me right there. So let's try it again. Oh boy, this will probably end up being a long episode because I'll probably just make this one long episode. I probably should have made the previous episode a bit longer. I know I've said that multiple times, but I feel like I think sometimes I get stuck on a phrase or a rut or whatever you want to call it. Oh, whoops! Dang it, that was too early. Oh well. Oh well. Could have gotten 2 free shots off on him. So. Oop. It's like appears before me. I'm like, near. Oh my God, really? Come on. I don't know. I feel like every time I feel like I shouldn't have to worry about him jumping on me. I should be ready to move out of the way. I almost didn't make that one this time. Because you think if you just went in a direction, you would dodge him. But the thing is, depending on where you're at in his spawn rate, if you go back towards his cape, then it might not be enough movement to... maybe it is better just to stay put. Well, because then I can just like move in a direction. So I don't know. Just sometimes you figure out these strategies as you're playing. I like the music to this. Not the most epic of boss fight music, but hey. Then again, it is NES. What can you do? Well, actually, there were some pretty crazy sounds that came out of the NES. All right, let's see if we can get. I know he can if you actually destroy his fires, sometimes the see if we can get a super jump. There we go. Oh, we've almost got him. I guess the cross was better. No. To an extent. Oh no! No! I was so close! Man. It's because I messed up on that one fireball throw, so. Alright, we're figuring out the strategy. We almost got this. I think I've got a few more runs in me before we figure out a pretty good strategy, but yeah, I almost had him that time, man. Okay, so the cross is the better deal. So boo on the holy water. I guess the idea, I mean, the idea seemed good at first. Oh! There goes a free hit that I shouldn't have taken. Oh my god. As soon as I think I'm just taking the hit. I think I'm just dying. I screwed up way too badly. I just can't. I can't accept that. Let's try that again. Man, after such a good run, and then I immediately start messing up. What do they call that? I think there's an actual like condition like that where you do really good, and then as soon as you try to repeat the process, something happens. Like you lose something like either because of nerves or something like that, and you're. Oh well. So it seemed good at first, and then you're like, I'm still messing up. But yeah, I almost had him, man. I only had like a couple of shots to go. Definitely better than the idea. I thought that he had like a ton of HP, so. Hey, you never know. Like sometimes I forget stuff like this, you know. Oh, come on! I jumped after. I jumped before, or you know what I mean. I jumped before after he shot his fireballs. Yeah, it's just me getting frustrated. So. Or, well, I don't know. Oh, come on! Right after that good run too. Oh my god! What the heck, man? This is terrible. I should just call this another bad run and just restart. I do want to get to his final phase just so I can, you know, like test it or like try to. So I can actually get more practice in. So yeah, that one wasn't as good. Oh well. What can you do? Maybe I should have made tackling Dracula its own episode instead of tacking onto this one. Actually, I might just split it up instead. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling about that. All right. Yeah, I want to save most of my crosses for demon form, just so I can throw them at the right time. You know. Mainly to help with fighting the flames he throws out. I know if I remember correctly, I don't know if it happens with the cross so much, but I know if you throw holy water at the flames, like whether this form or his other form, you can actually get weapon levels drop, which are those 2, 3, or whatever. I don't think the cross can do that. I think maybe because of the holy water has some mechanic on it where it can, maybe it's healing the demonic energy, so it beefs up your power. But the problem is that holy water doesn't. All it does would stun the demon version of it. Doesn't actually keep him in place. Or, I mean, it keeps him in place, but it doesn't actually damage him. Although I think because of the way holy water damages, I guess I couldn't really hit him in the face that many times anyway. Because when I did it, I wasn't able to get many hits off of him. So I don't know. There we go. Aha! Your head's gone. No, it's not. Oh, boo. Ah! Oh, come on! Oh, man. It's because I'm getting really bad on the No! Oh! I wonder if hitting him... No, I think doing that what's the word? I don't think it makes him vulnerable, so never mind. Man. Okay. You know what? Now I was doing pretty good because I didn't take any damage from that previous previous Dracula encounter, so I don't know. Alright. Let's just get this out of the way, because yeah, I'm thinking the cross is the best way to go. Just because of or boomerang. Boomerang. It's boomerang. Even though it looks like a cross, that's why it throws me off. At least, actually, I think in the manual, I think it's called I think they call it a boomerang too, but I could be wrong. I know the English and Japanese versions of manuals usually had different descriptions for things. You know, usually they changed in America to, well, the idea was to make sense, but then again in America, ghouls and goblins, they call the Cyclops a unicorn for some reason. I'm like, okay. So it really depends on the translator, I guess, whoever they get. Because I think back at the time, it was all just make it where people can understand our game, so you can sell it in the States, so we don't care if it's perfect. Nowadays, it's obviously that's different. Most games usually want to have appropriate translators, so they actually get the general idea. The only problem with maybe we should talk about this game that actually has writing stuff in it, or a game that actually translation is actually a pretty big deal. Yeah, maybe I'll save it for one of my more favorite games. All right, head's gone. Okay. No. Oh no! I should have. Dang it! No! Oh, that's so cheap. Oh man, that sucks. Ah! I almost think you can like dodge him with a small jump, but you have to be like right on the edge of his ability or something. I don't know, man. Like I said, it just feels like I don't know. Maybe I'm just I feel like it almost seems like you can. You know what I mean? Like it's just so close, so close. Okay. Once again, I'm gonna have to take another break after this, after losing so many times, just to kind of, because my fingers start hurting after a while, so it can definitely mess with my steez a bit. So it's all about finger speed. What was it? Oh man. See, I shouldn't have even taken that hit because I know better. But what was it they said in Punch Out? Look at that finger speed. That's what happens when you beat Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Or if you played the later one with Mr. Dream, which is basically just the Tyson sprite changed, color swap, palette swapped, you know. I might play that one of these days, but I don't think I'm trying to remember if I've ever actually beat Tyson, actually. I mean, there is a pattern to beating him. I don't know if I ever actually beat the guy or not. Yeah, see, I can't tell when he's gonna do his super jump. Oh, I could have gotten a few hits on him. I was expecting to. Oh no! Well, at least I dodged that one, but that's because I did invincibility. Oh, I'm just good. One more hit and I'm out. I wonder if I could get lucky and just like. Now I'm no! I was being hesitant. Like I was like, no, I don't want to take the hits, and yeah, it's just that's how it got me, man. I was not wanting to take the hits, and I was being reticent. I should have been just going at it, you know. Why does it sometimes give me the treasure? I don't need treasure. I don't need the points. I'm dying too many times to do that, so. Alright, I need to see if I can just get no hits, period, on me, and then I should be able to beat him. I mean, that's not perfect strategy, but it might work. It might work. No, we're figuring this out. Well, I'm doing it now. Who's ever watching watches, but... Yeah, I should have. I almost thought about playtesting this before then, but I don't know. I felt like there was just something about me, the experience of me relearning to play this game after all this time. Because I mean, I've played this game over the years, but you know, if you don't play a game often, sometimes you'll lose like your speed or way you can do it faster and stuff like that, you know. Like, there's a lot of games I used to be really good at when I was younger, but God, I'm so close to take another hit. Dang it. Popped up on me. Good thing he doesn't, like, appear and then immediately shoot the, you have to be back just far enough. Oh, man, I keep getting reticent. I just need to... like, focus. Ah, man, come on. Okay. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, we got this. Ooh. Okay. No. Yes! Ha! I did it! Woo! Alright, I did it. I finally beat Dracula. Man, holy crap. Oh, that is satisfying. Finally figuring it out and figuring out the patterns. And let's just watch the really quick end, because that's pretty much it. And there you go. That's Castlevania. Trans Fisher? Yeah, this is the time of joke. James Banana, Vran Stroker. Yeah, this is the cast. Christopher B. What? Yeah, it's supposed to be Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloffis. What? Love Chansey Jr. Barbara Sherry. What? Mix Shreks. Love Clancy Chansey. Whatever. Green Stranger. Cafebar Reed. Yeah, sorry, the text is a little hard for me to read. Andre Norrell, Zone Zen Candies. What? Yeah, this is the era of and the hero Simon Belmondo. Wait, what? I thought it was Simon Belmont. Yeah, it is Simon Belmont. You played the greatest role in this story. I guess I did. Thank you for making this game, Konami, when you used to make good games. So that's it for Castlevania. And the other game restarts from the beginning. I think I'm trying to remember what the difference is in the multiple playthroughs are, if it gets difficult or more HP or something like that. I don't remember, unfortunately. It might just be the same game again, for all I recall. But yeah, you basically just play the game again, so it doesn't go like the main menu or anything like that. So I was gonna talk more during. Actually, I guess I'll play while I give my thoughts on the game. But yeah, this is the era where some games would not put their actual names in the credits. Apparently, back in the day in Japan, companies were afraid of people sniping their characters or their game designers, like from behind the back, so they make them not use their real names in credits and stuff like that, which obviously was kind of dick move, because we want to know who actually made these games. I think you can kind of look up some of the people who actually worked on these games now, but back in the day it was hard to, because you're like, you know, because the credits they had at the end weren't the game designers, they were fake names they put for all the monsters, you know, instead of actual, like, you know, designers or whatever. So, or the game developers, other than knowing it was Konami that did this. So, but yeah, after that, what do I think of Castlevania after all this time? I still think it's a great game. I mean, challenging, rewarding, you know. I mean, not insanely hard, as long as you figure out the patterns, you know, and work at it. You can get to it. I mean, yeah, I had some trouble over this, but that's like any game, really. Just learn how to do it. Now, obviously, with action games, it took me a little bit longer to figure this out. You know, just get back into the groove. And I like all the enemy bosses. I think are just strong enough, and obviously you can use some tricks to beat them. And obviously, if you have the right sub weapons, some bosses become easier. Although it was nice of the game to give you the cross or the boomerang for the Dracula encounter, making it one of the better things. I kind of wish there was an easier way to like manipulate sub weapon drops to kind of for certain fights. Although it did seem for the most part the game did give you, for the most part, the most appropriate sub weapon for the boss. It's just if you die. So if you die, you have a sub weapon that might work, but you wouldn't have enough hearts to use it a ton for the most part. But yeah, and I think for the most part the gameplay is pretty satisfying. I don't remember, it's not super glitchy for the most part. I mean, yeah, there was sprite flicker and stuff like that, but that was just the age of the times with the NES and everything like that. So there's only so much you can do on that. And I never thought the game was like, it was, well, I mean, the game is kind of Nintendo hard, but it's not the hardest Nintendo hard I've ever had. Nintendo hard is kind of a combination of just the design, because games back then were designed with an arcade style mentality, which meant cheap damage and all this stuff to kill people, so they would continue to put in quarters, which obviously for a home console seems dumb because you own the game now, so what's the point of adding all this ridiculous difficulty? And that's why there's a lot of bad games from the NES, because everyone says the NES was a great system, but remember, the NES had like 900 games for them, and people remember like 100 of them at best. Like there's over 800 games of crap on the NES. Okay, maybe not 800 games, but there's quite a few games. Let's say 600. There's like 600 games of crap, at least from the American version, because a lot of companies made games for the NES outside of Nintendo. You know, there's a lot of really crappy games out there. So actually, same with a lot of Nintendo systems. Kind of suffered that. Nintendo, the NES suffered from it, and what's the other one? The Wii actually suffered from shovelware a lot too, which I feel kind of bad for the Wii. I think it was a great concept, but yeah, they just had like just a ton of games out for it. Nintendo sealed quality my butt. But yeah, oh, the music was fantastic in this game as well. Just a good game overall, and it's definitely worth playing again after all this time. I might for maybe the next recordings that I do, I might do the remaster that they did, or remake that they did in the PlayStation 1 era in Castlevania Chronicles, I think it was. But I think I'll leave it on the game over screen here. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it. I know it wasn't the most efficient game, but hope you got a kick out of me dying at the stupidest parts and me not playing it very well. And I got a kick out of playing this again. So I might play more Castlevania down the line. I don't know about this year. Like I said, I might do Chronicles just to kind of show what the difference is between this version and kind of the remaster they did. And technically, Super Castlevania IV is also a remake of this one to an extent, so you could also do that. But I think I might save Super Castlevania IV for another day, because that's a lot longer than this one is. Although, because the remake, I believe, is almost beat for beat this version of the game, if I recall. I'd have to look into it, but yeah, I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a happy Halloween season.